Good afternoon, everyone. It is Monday Motivation. I am Pastor Nate, and I'm once again very excited to be bringing you a word of encouragement and challenge this week. Before we jump into something new this week, I just want to touch back on what we shared last week. In Acts chapter 4, Peter and John are defending their faith in front of the Sanhedrin, the religious law of the day, and there was something about them that reminded them of Jesus. And it said in Acts chapter 4, verse 13, it was evident that these men had been with Jesus. How has your life changed in this past week? Do you feel like you have grown in that and that you are showing Jesus more and more in every area of your life, in your words, in your actions, in your thoughts, in your behaviors? I want to encourage you, keep that thought process, keep that challenge on the forefront of your mind, because I promise you it'll be for your benefit and it'll be for the glory of God. And this week, I am excited to continue on with this word that we've been sharing the past week, ever since Pastor Bill Byers, he shared this last Sunday. He shared out of Psalms 121, and it was a passage that we had in our prayer meetings on Sunday and Wednesday night, and I feel like God is still on that and still has something new and different from this passage for us. So we're going to look at Psalms 121, verses 1 through 2. I will lift up my eyes to the mountains. From where shall my help come from? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. Now, something with my life, this has been such a huge challenge and something on the forefront of my mind all week. When I pray, I declare to God that I trust you. I know you are our provider. But what was challenged in me, in my heart, and my thought process this last week is that God is not only our provider, He is the provision. He is the essence of the provision in our lives. And I know it seems like a simple, small little tweak in our thought process, but He is the provision. Time in His presence is what sustains us, is what energizes us, what sets us apart. And yes, He is our provider. That is absolutely true. He will provide physically, emotionally, spiritually. He does that in our lives. But He also is the essence of the provision in our lives. And for me, that was so groundbreaking, so amazing to think about and just chew on all week. He is our provision. Time in His presence is providing for our souls. It's nourishment to our bodies, to our minds. It's what energizes us. It's what sets us going. It's what gives us courage and boldness to be like Peter and John and highlight Jesus' life. Show people that we have been with Jesus. And I also want to take a look at Philippians 4, verse 19. And my God will supply all your needs according to His riches in glory in Christ Jesus. How has God been your provider? I want to encourage you to take some time this afternoon to think back in your life where you know that God has supplied a need in your life. You had no idea where it would come from. You knew that He was your last resort and He came through. He provided for you. But I also want you to think about and acknowledge that your time in worship and in prayer and in His presence, that is your provision. That's your provision for your soul. And as Christians, that is what we need to continue on, to propel forward. No matter where we're at in life, no matter what stage, if we're up high or if we're in the pit, He is our provision. He is what encourages us. He is what propels us into the future. So I want to leave you with that encouraging word. Acknowledge where He has provided for you in the past, and acknowledge how He is your provision right now. I hope you're inspired. I hope you're encouraged, and I hope that this takes you on into your week so that you can have the best week possible. We'll see you next Monday.